There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low.
All right, and welcome everyone to the much anticipated, not too long overdue, because we're back to a regular schedule. It's been really nice. Really nice. My headphones, right before we started today's session, went because then I just realized I had forgotten. I had absolutely forgotten to charge them for the past like 2.5 days. It's been a wild couple of days for me, but I'm doing well, and I'm very excited to be here with these salty sea dogs, these sea dog pirates. Anyway, but as is tradition, we're just gonna go around the table, have everyone introduce themselves, tell us who they are playing. And then we're going to have a nice, glorious recap from none other than Harlan himself. I want Atomic to do it, but I want him to do it as though he is Harlan writing in a journal. All right? Doesn't need to be too long. I don't think Harlan's a man of too many words. Just very concise. But it's a nice little recap of the last session and perhaps the last couple months. But I digress. With that being said, let's go. Atomic, Blau, Zeb, and Patrick. Take it away, gentlemen.
Hey everybody, I'm Atomic, playing the part of Harlan Blackmane, a resident shooty druid. Yeah, it's time to get some pirating done.
Howdy everybody, I'm Blau, I'm playing Caius the Kinless, the Asmodean Anti-Paladin.
Hold on guys, I'm Zeb. I am going to be playing Edward Tarbos, our human fighter.
And I am Patrick. I play Wakir Twice Drowned. And, you know, when I thought about we were going to be pirates, you know, I thought we were going to be like pirates. And I've been really waiting for us to start downloading the new Tool album.
I hate it.
But they don't want to do that right now. So
I hate it.
they're all into Sabaton or something like this. I don't know who that is. So anyway, we're ready to go.
You're all dead to me.
I've seen Sabaton in concert.
I hate it.
I heard they're pretty good, but
pretty good. Pretty good.
So much. Really funny though. All right, perfect. So, with that being said, we open our first scene with a view of the quarters of the command staff, the crew, the I can't think right now. Someone talk for me. My brain's so frazzled right now. But we open our first scene like on a desk on the board, the Devil's Promise. Yeah, that's right.
Devil's Promise, I love it.
That's it. Devil's Promise. I don't know. Devil's Deed. Fucking some ship pirate thing. And we see this Harlan guy sitting there writing in a journal. Harlan, give us a recap of last session. I appreciate you.
We began our tale. When last we left our band of destined chucklefucks, we let's see, we chased down a ship. What was its name? Oh, who the fuck cares? We managed to pull up alongside it. After many days of chase, of rigorous chase, we boarded it. They put up a good fight, but at the end of the day, enough people kicking ass and taking initials because names take too fucking long to write down. We managed to capture our first prize as a crew. A great morale boost. We moved to the next port of. That one. What voice in my head said? Yes, moved to that port and managed to offload our prize, spending many a plunder and booty to boost the name and the reputation of the Devil's Deed amongst the pirate colonies and so forth, and spent many days there. And that was pretty much it. That's pretty much really what we did. That's enough words from Harlan. He's he wasn't even really writing anything down. He was kind of just drawing sexy women.
Harlan, with all due respect, you're not much for words. I'd stick to the magic, just like I did. And then you hear a giggle, and
At least I don't fuck fish.
Excuse me! If you had seen this fish, sir, we promise to never speak of this again. We promise to never bring it up. No magic items for you, sir. Even though the
No.
captain asked me to do it.
You were in the wrong. You know
No.
it.
No, I
You
wasn't.
were in the wrong.
I never knew
You
she
were
was
in the
married.
wrong.
But,
It's fish.
but I don't speak fish. How was I
You already-
supposed to know? She went blub blub, and I went hubba hubba, and that was that. You know, this is
You're
just
a
the way
human.
that things work. It's very carnal in nature. You know, it was feelings. I was
It's
going
no
off of.
people like you that there are half orcs. in the
Isn't he a
world.
gnome?
What do you mean half orcs? That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean half orcs? Are you racist against half orcs?
No comment.
You know, I may be a pirate, but I'm not a racist.
That's where he draws the line.
That's where he draws the line.
Bigotry
our new
has
shirt.
no place in piracy, sir. No place.
That's our new.
Oh boy.
We may plunder and raid and steal and murder, but we will not be cruel to people because they look different.
I'm an ancestress.
Oh.
You're
Like,
a
that one got me.
Oh.
You're a fucktard is what you are. And then he storms off.
I don't sleep with fishes. Not in the way you do.
Neither do I, except for one time on an island, and it was very cold and I was lonely. But I digress. All right, so we're
She's
going to
a
open
cold-
up.
She's a cold-blooded creature. How could that? Never mind. No.
Don't overthink
Maybe,
it.
maybe it was like a whale. They think that's a
No,
fish.
no.
or-
She's a fish. Fish and whales different. Fish and warm-blooded.
One's
Fish
a
and
mammal.
warm-blooded.
But,
One's a
but I
mammal.
don't think in the 14th century that they would make a distinction.
I think we're at a point where we should talk about other things.
Yes.
It's like shaking hand with
Yes.
the lamp hand.
So, Caius,
Shaking hand
correct me
with
if
a
I'm
lamp.
wrong. If you take a moment, you had
Yes.
bought. Did you purchase the goat, or did you go with the firstborn instead? What was the plan here?
Oh, was the first one actually on offer?
I mean, it was a joke, but yeah. So this guy messages me and goes, "Hey, I want to buy like a goat to sacrifice. So, like, there's one goat in town. Well, first he wanted a cow. It's like there's one goat, and he is for sale, but he's very expensive because he's like family.
I will in fact take the goat. I'm going to mark
Wow.
off my 100 gold.
Brilliant.
Wow, that's an expensive goat.
It is. It's over 10 times market value.
Wanna-
I checked.
I want to point out there
God.
that this goat is like really nice looking. Like, it's a nice looking goat. Like, it's been pampered. It's like
Is
got
it
like
the goat for
yeah.
the goat's
It
head
looks up
down?
to you with these just bleating eyes, and it's just like, bleat.
Excellent. So he's gonna go ahead and collect Syl or anyone else wants to assist him in the ritual. Assuming probably just Syl.
Yeah,
Maybe
she's
Harlan.
down. She's down to party.
Harlan's down to watch because it's just his infernal curiosity.
Yeah. So he's gonna take that for the quarter deck of the ship, and draw, get a pentagram of Syl's blood or his own blood, whoever's blood,
Yep.
someone's blood,
Yeah.
not the goats.
Not the goats. Okay.
And begin, you stake down the goat so it can't go anywhere.
Bleed, bleed.
Not stake a stake into the deck and tie the goat to that, not staking the goat.
We could just tie it to one of the posts. We don't actually have to put a hole in it.
Crimson's like, I will have no part of this. This is really messed up. Syl's all about this life. He
You're
loves
not-
it.
You're not gonna eat the goat, anyways.
That's kind of what Harlan's hoping is like that we can take it afterwards and like make some sort
Yeah,
of like
absolutely.
It's not shepherd's pie because that's sheep. What's the one with goat? Whatever that.
Burrito.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure we
Definitely
could do
a
something.
pie of
And
some
he-
kind, though.
And he goes on,
Yeah.
recites some Asmodean rites, and then goes to slit the goat's throat,
Oh, nice.
leaving the goat to bleed into a ritual bowl,
That's
and with which he'll anoint himself and Syl with goat blood and call out to God. I can't remember who we decided upon for his patron.
Asmodeus.
No, he's one of the infernal dukes as a direct
okay.
patron. Obviously, he worships Asmodeus, but Vorkon.
Is what?
Isn't it?
Is it Lorcon? It's Lorcon the Red Reply. If anyone can, speak like classical, the equivalent of church Latin, infernal.
nice. There you go.
It's speak infernal. It doesn't specify.
You could probably pick up probably one word and two, just like someone who can speak classical Latin, can speak church Latin,
Okay.
kind of.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Any other scenes or moments that anyone would like to have prior to us heading back out into the high seas?
We're ready
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, nothing I can really think of.
I mean, I
Um,
would.
Go ahead.
Are you first?
Oh, no, Caius wants to sit down with the two Marines from the sand ballad? Sand ballad?
Sun
I can't
Ballad?
remember. Sun
The
ballad.
Sanbat. Sanbat. What it was called.
Sanbat.
Okay. You can sit down with them.
And he sits down and essentially says, look, you're here with the shirts on your back in a pirate port as merchants. You dealt in violence before. I offer you the chance to deal in violence again, but under me.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So the two kind of have been, keeping to themselves. And one of them goes to speak, and then the other one actually raises her hand and speaks for both of them. We are not murderers. We are not thieves. But we also understand that to stay on this island and this port, we will have to make hard choices if we ever want to see our homeland again.
This island will make murderers and thieves of you, or I will.
You are a worshipper of Asmodeus, are you not?
I am a disciple of the Ruby Prince.
And as such, you deal in contracts, do you not?
I would honor a contract if we could find terms for one.
He thinks. The other one speaks up now. In that case, we would offer our services for a time. After which, whatever debt we owe you for taking us off this island and sparing our lives, we would be free to go as we see fit. We will not be slaves.
I don't expect anyone to sign their life away to serve on my vessel.
Then how long must we serve before we can leave of our own accord?
3 rich prizes, of which the crew will determine what is rich and what is not. 3 prizes that appease the crew.
Will our vote count in what these prizes are considered to be good and bad?
Yes. 2 votes
So
won't
two.
swing the. 2 votes won't swing the.
The two look at each other. The two look back. The one kind of shrugs. We find these terms acceptable. Yes, we find these terms acceptable. We'll fight under your banner. But we
At the
will
end of
not
those-
take part in unwanted murder. Should we have
Take part
to
in
fight,
unwanted
we
murder
will
on your
fight.
vessel.
Very good. Wait, you said what?
And
You did
we
or
didn't
did
take part. We did not take part in unwanted murder on your vessel.
not? No, you
And at
did
the end of
not.
these 3 prizes, you will be expected to fight alongside the crew until we find a port suitable to drop you off on, of your choice. But if we encounter a 4th prize on the way to another port, you will be expected to fight in that encounter as well.
Agreed. Agreed. So
All right,
you guys
until
have a
he'll draft up a contract.
brand new token that is listed under your crew, and it is simply called Pirate Crew, and it says 28 right now, because that is the number of additional pirates that you have on your ship. As of right now, they were going to go unnamed, but you've got 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. You have 51 people on the ship now at this point. You have a full complement, a full crew, and you are ready to hit the high seas. The idea here is if any of your named NPCs do end up kicking the bucket, we have a full cast of characters that we can bring up and go from there the high seas can be dangerous. Any other scenes? I believe Zeb, Edward, you had something you wanted to do.
I would just like to kind of get with Harlan specifically with any maps we have for looking for a village to pillage of any kind. So,
I mean, I'm making the assumption that there was some map already on the ship when it was captured. I mean, a general map at least. I mean, we have a relative, but we were going to, I believe we had mentioned talking to both the crew and then anyone on the island itself. Just trying to get an ear out or an eye out for who's heard what, what the scuttlebutt is as far as it comes to villages, this one's offloading this thing or blah, 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 whatever, potential targets, I guess.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say.
Well, the good news is there are indeed a couple of options. And your old pal, he is a little drunk, but not too drunk these days. No, actually, he's been sober. He's been stone cold sober since you guys had that talk with him.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's almost, uncharacteristically sober. Really, 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 really in good shape. So, where they would recommend you travel down to is to the Kava lands, which is south. There's a couple of villages along the coast. And what I'm actually going to do for your benefit is I'm going to bring you over to the massive inner sea world map. I'm going to switch the actual image over to the inner sea map, as it were. So you guys are obviously up in Port Pale area. You guys are specifically down here. They recommend you heading down along this coast. There's a bunch of fishing villages along there from the Kava lands that you can probably hit up. And you don't want to get as far south as Sengor. You don't want to get that far south. But Sargava, this area down there, there's some good little villages along there that you could probably hit up and raid.
Okay. So, yeah.
Like my elfin ancestors, we raid from the sea.
Wait, so you said Edward wanted to have a conversation?
Yeah, he was wanting to know if, because Harlan's been around and oh god, what's your god?
Gozra.
He didn't know if he had any information on any of these villages or if there was anybody else in the crew who might have any, be from the area or whatnot. But Edward definitely has a couple circled and is just kind of discussing.
Yeah, during the time on the island and stuff, because of the bird, Harlan spent he'd go on the island and maybe do a couple tests, ask some questions or whatever, and then he'd come back and he'd stay on the thing. But as the crew kind of circled through the ship during the time off, he kind of pulled everybody aside. They're like, what do you know? What have you heard? Because they're passively collecting information while they're out drinking and talking and spending money and blah blah blah, whatever. We can chase any lead down. If 5 people have heard the same thing, it's like, okay, maybe there's some truth to it, kind of thing. But yeah, it'll definitely point to the maps. Well, we've got some places down here. We don't want to go too far south, obviously, but this seems to be the collective knowledge from everyone I've asked, everyone I've polled, more or less. So I think we can bring it up to the captain and, get a final vote, see where we want to head.
There's plenty of meat on the bone, obviously, but the question is we're going to have to be able to see it before we can formulate a plan, whether we attack at day, whether we attack at night, whether we go in and rob them blind. But
for sure.
To start, at least.
Also, how we approach it. We don't want to hit something too early, because then if we want to sail past it on our way back,
exactly,
we've created some chaos that might come back to bite us in the ass later. So it's a whole.
We also need
to have amongst the officers.
We need to give it enough that the crew will bite onto it as well. We can't just go in and say we have no idea. So
yes. Well, it seems to me at the time we have a little bit of we've bought a little bit of time by letting the crew go out and spin their plunder and everything else. So, everyone should be
Lampley did 'em
happy
good.
and exactly. So we do have some time, but how we approach it, I think, is going to be the critical thing. We've got the speed, but we still have to be careful.
That we do. I just don't want to be caught with our dick in our hands again. We were a little overzealous on that last ship. Let's not have that happen again, eh?
That's not bad for first prize. I've seen worse.
So Badger Medular, the old woman, actually will not stumble in, but she will be present for this conversation. She's overhearing it. And in her old, sort of raspy voice, she says, "It is surprising how untouched those fishing villages along the border of Skavar are. Many pirates have made their way south, only to not return. The people of those lands must fight daily to survive, and when pirates come, they fight harder than most others do. The Kavar lands are violent. Do not expect the prizes to be taken lightly, but should they be taken, they will be worth every ounce of blood spilt."
It's good to know. We definitely be paying a high blood price, but we have... He looks at Edward and he's, full complement of crew, yes. A couple more sign-ons, etc., etc. I think we have a little bit of blood to spill. I hate it to be that way, but such is the life.
We got plenty of mean bastards on this ship.
Yes, but it sounds like the people are not to be underestimated.
Oh, absolutely not.
So we need to do this intelligently.
Be smart about this. We need to scout it out first before because we can't go into this swords waving and man prizes, because I'd rather not swing for it. Or be fed to whatever's in those fucking jungles.
It sounds like there'll be no swinging. You'll just be dead. So. But we have an idea. Something we can bring up. Grab the priest, grab the captain, and then put it up to the crew.
Badger, ma'am, thank you for this. Hopefully it'll keep many of us alive.
He gives the woman, a nod and a tip of his hand.
She laughs at the "hopefully it'll keep some of us alive," and her comment to you is, "If you expected to stay alive, you never would have chosen this."
Fair enough. I'll go grab the captain, and Edward is going to give her the rest of his drink as he goes to go get the captain.
Bringing the captain into the conversation. Take it away, boys.
Aye. You had something for me?
So, me and Harlan were looking at the map. We've got a couple spots we can hit. We're going to have to be smart about it, because Badger informed us on how fucking violent these bastards are going to be towards us, because apparently they don't care too much for pirates, Captain.
They're not just fishermen. They're fighting every day to survive. So we're not raiding a village. It's going to be a hard fight, is what we've been led to believe. It's, these are people who are fighting either the jungle or raiders daily. A lot of ships go this way and they don't come back. So we're going to have to pay the blood price.
If we can help it, we shouldn't
We're
fight
also
them
going
at
to
all.
have to be very smart about this. If we're going in, we need a game plan before we even get off this fucking boat. Because I don't plan on being anybody's sacrifice to whatever's in that fucking jungle.
I've got a
That's
question.
an idea. Go ahead.
Why don't we attack from the jungle?
I don't want to
Instead of-
march through another jungle. I remember the last one.
Instead of coming in by the sea, attack from the
That-
beach.
Look, here is exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to need to scout this out a little bit. Gives us an idea, but it gives us a place to go. We have a general heading.
Here's my plan. You sail along the coast, just in sight of it. from the crow's nest. Whoever's up there can take the spyglass. We mark out the villages on our way down, look at the rich ones. On our way back up, we decide which one we want to hit. Hopefully they'll never have seen our ship, because only the crow's nest will be peeking over the horizon. If you can maintain that heading for us, Arlen.
I'm familiar with this tactic. I've seen it used once before to great effect. It requires some clever sail work to maintain a heading like that, but it is definitely doable.
We'll need someone good on the crow's nest as well. Someone who can tell you how close you are.
We'll use... I always forget her fucking name.
Areta.
Areta?
Arietta?
Areta. Yes.
Arietta.
Yeah.
Arietta?
She's the one
Who's
that she always makes some amazing rolls up in a crow's nest.
She's pretty
Put
good.
her, we'll put her name forward. Give her the
We'll need at least 2 people on watch for 8 hours apiece, or 2 hours rotating, however we want to do it. So we'll need someone else as well.
Safe to assume at this point we know roughly everyone's strengths and weaknesses on the ship.
Yeah.
Good for that.
Who was the other?
Was it Badger, the other top nest person?
Bad was one of the riggers.
Oh, Badger was a rigger. The halfling. The halfling was the guy.
Ratline.
Ratline. He was pretty good
Ratline.
there. Yeah.
Ratline's pretty good.
Yep. So it's Arietta and Ratline.
Anybody we know who's got some eagle eyes on him.
Yeah.
And we either attack from the jungle, as Wakir says, or maybe in the dead of night, slit throats instead of fighting.
I think, or we could do both. It really depends on the layout of the places. I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna have some sort of defenses towards the jungle. I've heard some tales of what comes out of those fucking woods, and I would have defenses myself. So I think we're just going to have to get a lay of the thing via the crow's nest, like you said, Captain. I think that's let's do that first.
Plan.
Let's get that done, and then we'll worry about the rest.
Let's set sail.
To hold hostages. It's an option.
Yes, that takes time and effort. It's a whole thing.
So we watch as the devil's deed. Let's sail. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna move over to the inner sea map. It's a lot bigger. We're gonna put your little ship on there. Make it a little bit smaller.
And we have 2 away boats, right? How many people can they carry?
Each of those can carry up to 10.
Yeah,
Up
10.
to 10. Okay, so we can have a raiding party of 20 at most.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys begin to sail south. Towards the coast of the Kava. Watch as the ship starts making its way, and you start to kind of kiss the coast, but not too close. You make your way down. How long and how far south do you want to go?
I take it this map isn't... Oh, it is.
It is to scale.
I'd say maybe 20 miles up the coast from Sanghor, just so we're not stepping on Sargavan toes if we can help it.
Well,
And then start coming back north. What do you guys think?
that was my idea. Is because if we cause some ruckus, I don't want to cause ruckus, sail past it, then on the way back, if they've got, I don't know, a ship that's helping them, like I don't want to sail back through the mess we've already made. So I think going far, turning around and then coming back that way, that's the way to do it, in my opinion. I agree with
the hornet's nest and leave it behind you.
pretty much. So, I mean, yeah. So that's However, I mean, we make pretty good time with the ship. I mean, it's pretty quick. We did,
Let's say 20, 30 miles. See how many villages we can see and what looks to have wealth. And
no.
attack the best ones.
All
Yeah,
right. So as you guys make your way down, this takes several weeks of you're being careful, you're dodging any sort of like patrols that you see, things like that. As you make your way south, you head south, and you eventually find 3 locations. Each of them are roughly the same. There is what appears to be a pretty robust fishing village with about a dozen huts and small buildings. There is another fishing village. All of them are fishing villages that has about 16. And then there's one that's got about probably 30 buildings, and some of them look to be well constructed. It looks to be the richest of all of the locations, and it also, based on Arietta's view of that particular town, didn't appear to have a whole lot of people in it, which was interesting. What that means, who knows? But it looked to be, it looks to be the fattest prize of all of them.
Now, these fishing villages, they fish via boat? Or do they fish off
Most of
the
them
shore?
fish off the shoreline.
Okay. Okay, I was about to say, because we could try and capture a boat and get information from that.
Yeah.
But if they're mostly shore fishers, that's not going to help.
Yeah. Well, plus though, we capture a boat. Maybe if a boat doesn't come back, it spooks them, and then that ruins it.
We attack that same night.
Yeah. So it's. What are the conditions like? As far as coming around down through here, like the water conditions, the wind, is it?
So there's a pretty
rough,
steady
or-
breeze that comes from the west, so from the left-hand side of the particular map that we find ourselves on, and it's pretty consistent. All right, it's a pretty consistent, steady breeze. So really, you're on like a beam reach. You can go north and south without too much trouble. If you want to head like inland and then back out, you occasionally have to tack back and forth to go upwind. But overall, it's been very clear. Like, you haven't had a single squall. It's been slightly cloudy skies or clear skies and steady breeze for the last, say, 3 weeks. Now, the last 3 weeks, let's say this takes, the crew's starting to get itchy. They're starting to get itchy. Like, they want to do something.
Yeah.
First of all, I say we go after the ritual. And I have a couple of ideas. We send the longboats off from our current position, out of sight. The longboats won't be spotted. They're too low to the water. They land to the north or south of the village, doesn't matter. Whatever's less defensible. We have Conchabar and the ship approach. And if Conchabar is capable, we have him maybe make an illusion of another longboat heading out towards the island. So they concentrate their defenses on the shore. We attack them from the rear, and while we're getting fire support from the vessel as they're making ready to defend from the defend against the shoreline attack. Any other tricks anyone might be able to throw in here to split them further?
I can do fog cloud and a scary mist. Scary mist is on us. Fog cloud in the distance. I should also have the cloud of seasickness that I can use.
Harlan's got pyrotechnics, which is I effectively take a torch or something and can turn it into a big ass smoke cloud.
Is your water walking communal, Patrick? Or is it for one person?
I have one. It is. It was communal because that's what we used. It was 10 minutes per level.
Oh yeah, that
level
one.
I mean, how many
Level
people do
4.
we need to keep the ship from running into the shore if we get it close? And there's 50 of us on
50.
board.
It's 51. Yeah.
So I think we could also have our men attack via the longboats along the north side of the shore. And then once we're within 100, 150 yards of the shore with the boat, we have Patrick throw a water walking communal on another attack party and sprint across the water towards them.
I just said the visual of dudes on top of water or me crawling. Like with a knife in his teeth.
I
Oh
could do that.
man, that'll
So-
that'll double our numbers.
Well,
We're
we
level
could
4?
also go with that. So you want to drop a longboat before, have men get ready to flank as we go for like a frontal charge. Is that what I'm?
Indeed.
Or drop a party off, I mean, it might have been just, north of the thing. Wait till they get close and send in.
That's what I mean. We can track their position along the shore with the spyglass from the top, and once they're in
Yep.
position, we can begin our attack, and they'll see us.
Yeah. I mean,
So
it'd
there's
be,
not a coordination issue.
Yeah, we'd be split. I mean, splitting the group because I'm assuming one of us is going to lead the away party, and then the other one's going to do the other one. But
I would have to
I'll lead
be
the
the
away
one.
party if I need to.
I would have to be the one that would stay with the group to cast the water walking, because
yeah,
if we're going to do, I've got 40 minutes, and it's divided by how many people I can touch. So just depends on how many we're going to leave on the boat.
We're
We only
gonna
need a
leave 10
minute or
on the
two
boat.
apiece.
yeah, we only need
Yeah.
10 competent guys on the boat.
We have to spare right now. How many men can fit in a longboat?
10.
And
So it's 20 people going over the side of the boat with water walking, and 20 people landing up, north of the village or south of the village.
with the 2 longboats. So I think it's not a bad plan.
And the most warning they're going to get is if they spot the longboat party laying in wait, or as soon as they see the sails of the ship. They'll have 20 minutes? Maybe no, probably longer than that. They won't have very long though.
I
Are we
mean,
attacking at day or night? We could use dusk or dawn to help hide the ship, hide the attack.
wait for. You could also wait for it to be more of an. I mean, if we wanted to, if we were going to do it when it's overcast, and then if some fog pops up or something, it's not going to be kind of, it's like, oh, it's overcast, the humidity's high. Oh, there's some fog rolling in.
So do it at dawn and then use Patrick's obscuring mist to give us further advantage as well.
I mean, it might give us more of a chance of not spooking people immediately when there's fog.
Well, fog cloud I can cast up to 140 feet away. And it's spreads in a 20-foot radius. It would last 40 minutes. A moderate wind of 11 miles or more disperses the fog in 4 rounds.
So
Any wind of over 21 miles an hour will disperse it in 1 round. So,
well, if it's like your nauseating cloud was, it kind of got pushed,
Well,
as the ship was
yeah.
moving. So I mean, even you could drop it and then it would get pushed
Up ahead of the
inland.
vessel.
Yeah, it'd get pushed inland. I mean, and also, if we wanted to make our speed match that of the cloud kind of drifting, I mean, that would be reduce our signature having fewer sails out.
so
That could work too.
But the range, like,
spreads in a 20-foot radius.
no. So
I don't even know. Cover the ship. We could slip the 2 longboats and walk a couple miles along the coast, hiding when we need to hide from, say, fishermen or patrols or anything.
Yeah, it also depends on what information gets picked up from person in the crow's nest, what they see, patrol wise or whatever.
I'll take the land crew aboard. If anyone wants to come with me, they're welcome to. But I don't think we should leave them officerless.
No, that makes sense.
Patrick has to stay with the boat.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I'd say it makes sense. Sin, you go land group. Edward and Patrick go the second group, right?
Yeah, on the
Stay with the
on
ship?
the water.
And then I can stay with the ship.
So you,
So
me,
fire
and
from
Patrick are
the-
staying on the ship.
Well, the problem is the range. The range increments on the ballistas are what, 120 feet. And we've
Like
got
150.
well, I mean per increment. I think it's
Yes.
120. It only takes 1 person to operate them. I'm pretty sure, and you still take a -4 penalty when using it, regardless, because of this. It's like big and awkward.
Yeah, they're 120.
And what's the penalty for every? Being
-2 for every range increment.
-2 for every. Okay, so I mean,
Let's go.
-6 modifier, but that's still some big.
Based on
3D crossbows.
I was gonna say, how close can we get the ship?
Well, once shit's going in, I mean, we can bring it in fairly close. That's not a problem. I mean, once everything's popped off, I mean, we can swing that bitch in real nice and close to some docks.
Yeah, I mean,
Have some sort of signal. I was gonna say, I don't know what.
because it didn't look like there was very many people here. Was another thing.
Well,
That was
because
the-
they all might be out fishing though too. It's because they fish.
Yeah.
They fish I'm assuming during the morning, during the day, and bring it all back in. So
I don't think our plan's getting refined anymore as we speak here, though.
Yeah.
no.
I think
I
it's
think
We need
think
some
it's time to
intel. We need to gather intelligence from the crow's nest, see what we see, and go from there.
Yep.
I think we have a rough plan.
All right, and
Yep.
we attack at dawn.
Yep. I think that'd be when
We
there
attack at
would be
dawn.
any form of haze or mist.
We plan more at dawn.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the battle map that you're going
Right.
to be using for this raid. And then you guys are going to tell me who's landing where.
Okay.
Boom.
We
There
come
you
in
go.
the south for the away party. Get as close as we can. Caius will take the 2 Marines with him because if things go bad, it's gonna go worse for the away party than it is for the ship crew.
Very true.
Yeah.
Assaulting party.
Very true.
So he wants the 2 Marines with him in the worst position because
Fine.
they're not permanent crewmen.
Aw.
I mean, he's going with them.
Well, they're also a little bit, you know,
Sketch. Keep them
Well,
close.
they have
Sketch?
they have experience
Yeah.
with, you know, they were with the captain, right? So like they have experience fighting as like a little unit of a couple of dudes, weren't they?
Well, it's only the 2 Marines we took. We didn't take the other
Yeah.
crewmen.
Yeah, but you know,
They had experience fighting together, though. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Better to have them together in a little unit.
Well, why don't you guys position who's going to be where? Who's going to be where? That's what I need you guys to do. I can be prepared. And you tell me who you want to bring with you.
Caius is taking volunteers. So it could go real bad.
Yeah, you need some guys who can move quick and
Yeah.
like violence of action type of guys. So you need.
I mean, might send Griff.
I guess we're going to be coming
Yep.
down here.
Somewhere along
Okay.
the coast from the water. Yep.
Chikva and Mahim wouldn't do bad on the
Somewhere out here.
Nope. Those two.
Yeah.
On the night before the raid, you are preparing to get yourself into position. Preparing to get yourselves in. The crew seems spooked. They seem really, really, really spooked. Like they've been very edgy. They've been very very uppity. They've been like excited about this raid, but they seem really, really spooked on this particular night. And you guys hear some tell. You guys hear some tell from the crew about basically a ghost story. A ghost story that's been going around. And it's been spread by some of the new crew members. And everyone feels a little like you see people throwing salt over their shoulder. You see a couple of folks like saying prayers to Besmara. But it is on this particular night that Ratline is up in the crow's nest, and he lets out a shout down to the captain. Captain, you find yourselves on deck, and it's almost gibberish at first, but he goes, Captain, Captain, I think I saw
What do you
something.
see, Ratline?
Something on the horizon. I don't know. I just looked like. Well, sir, it looked like a ship, but the sails, they're all tattered, and I don't know. It's the end of my shift. Maybe I was just. I don't know, Captain. It looked like that ship the new crew's been talking about. Looked like the Death Knell. Give me a profession sailor check on what you might know about the Death Knell.
Death? No.
Buddy.
Anyone can make that.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Wakir's heard some shit.
Wakir, the Death Knell, is a fabled ghost ship of the inner sea. Fabled ghost ship. Primarily, you find talk of this ship in and around the Shackles. The pirate captain of this particular ship was one known as Whalebone Lick. And it is said that he was betrayed by another free captain, his ship sunk, his crew murdered, and now, in retribution, he sails his ghost ship around with his crew and attacks other pirate vessels. He is effectively like a privateer that goes around. And to see him, what happens is you will see his ship on the day before, or the night, a few nights, or the night before, his ship will attack yours. And to see it is said to be a very bad omen of things to come.
Captain, we must be ready. I think
Captain,
we need to change our.
Don't think this
our
is a good
plans.
idea. I think this raid is cursed.
Something is haunting us. I know what he speaks of. This is a ship. This is a ghost ship that attacks pirates. When many pirates have survived this attack.
None. There are no known survivors of an attack from
There's
whale
one.
public. Oh, is there? Is there one?
I am a survivor.
Dun, dun, dun.
Twice drowned.
I love it.
Walk
I
here
love
twice
that.
drowned.
I love that story. I love that journey for you. But you have seen this ghost ship in person.
With my own eyes.
Your own eyes.
We need to prepare to be boarded by these unnatural.
We delay the raid. Make ready to defend the ship. Get us a little bit farther from the shore.
So
Something happens in 3 days. We'll take
Then
the
we
village.
can return.
take it. Take it.
Well,
Waki is convinced. I'm convinced.
I should probably. No, I think they probably listen to me. I don't think I'd have to do a diplomacy or anything like that.
I mean, for what it's worth, Harlan, like, you're the wisest amongst us. You say whatever, I'm gonna be like, all right. He knows what he's talking about. I'm a trust him, and I'm gonna listen to him. And my vote is to delay, to prepare to repel borders.
Also telling the crew.
The mention of this to the crew gets really panicked. Really panicked. They're like, what do you mean? We should flee. We've got to run. No, we got to get out of here. No, we've got to stay and fight. The only way to win is to fight. I've heard there's ways to defeat him.
The Ruby Prince does not reward weakness. The Ruby Prince rewards strength and determination. We will stand and fight. We will stand like the infernal legions against this ghost ship, and we will destroy them.
Love it. Love
They'll
it.
come. They'll come in a storm. It'll be under cover of a squall. That's how she did with me sloop, the tailwind.
And as if on key, in the evening, this particular evening, you were getting ready to begin your raid in the morning. Dawn breaks. As dawn breaks, a nasty, horrible squall picks up, starts to batter the ship, and luckily you move the ship away from the shoreline. There is this chill in the air. The rain and the mist around you has this kind of greenish tint to it, this greenish tint. You hear Sandra saying a prayer to Besmara, the rest of the crew saying prayers to Besmara and their gods. And I need everyone to make perception checks of some kind.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, or don't see shit.
Fantastic. Edward.
I
Edward, it is actually you. Now, where would you be? There is not a horrible, but a pretty nasty squall. It's raining hard. Strong breeze. Where would you find yourself? And ideally be somewhere where you'd be near, like, the edge of the ship, the railing, so you could see something.
Edward would most likely be up top around this area, so he could, he would hear what Wakir told him about them appearing in a squall, and
Who the starboard, the right side of the
Let's
ship,
look here.
you look. Oh, where are you, Wakir? Are you not on the map?
Oh, he's
Oh,
down.
Moved you.
There I am. Okay.
Two of them.
Delete your
Where's the other one?
gone. But we watch as this shadowy, green, sort of translucent, glowing vessel that looks like it should be at the bottom of the ocean. You watch as it briefly appears out of the mist, as though it's rising up and out of the water. And as it does so, you see a just barrage of these translucent ballista bolts come flying at the vessel. You have a split second to shout to the crew, brace for impact if you want to.
Yep. Oh, 100%.
Give us your best brace for impact.
Brace for impact!
Everyone braces down as you hear the ripping sounds of splitting wood, of crashing. You hear the groans of crew members screaming in pain, and you feel the ship lurch to the left, to the port side, and you begin to hear shouts. We're taking on water. Holes, we've got damage. Water, there's water. And then that ship disappears. And there's a moment, and you think it's okay, and then the rain starts to pick up a little more. You hear the thunder, you hear the lightning, and then it happens again on the other side. The ship appears up and out of the water, and once again, Edward, you see it, and you see this barrage of ballista boats ready to launch. And once again, brace for impact. You can shout it. Give us your best brace for impact again. You peaked. I love it. That was fantastic. Boom. Another barrage strikes the vessel. And as it strikes the vessel, you feel the ship lurch now to the left-hand side. And more shouts and groans from down below. But this time the ghost ship does not disappear. But you watch as what appears to be a full crew of the undead begins to walk across the water towards you.
Wow.
Walk menacingly towards you. And Wakir, twice drowned, I need you to go ahead and give me a quick will save, because this is exactly what happened to you
Oh
when you
man.
first went into the...
It's the tailwind. It's the tailwind.
I very much imagine the scene in Master and Commander when they're looking into the fog and you just see the cannons fire and he screams,
Yeah.
everybody down, and then just shit starts ripping
And
through.
it just rips through. That is correct. That is correct. It is a horde. A horde of zombies.
Edward is going to go run down for the stairs, and he's just going to yell, "All men to arms!" I need
All men to
everybody
arms,
that's not.
all men to arms.
I need everybody that's not dead up on the deck. No.
And you hear a lot of groaning, a lot of shouts, and at the center of this line, you see none other than Whalebone Plick himself, his wicked cutlass raised high as he marches across, and you hear this unearthly, ghostly voice that says, "You shall join all of the free captains at the bottom of the sea. Death, death to the free captains and pirates of the Shackles." And that, my friends, where we shall begin a wild, wild adventure and a wild fight.
Somewhere on the ship, you just hear Harlan. He's not a free captain, asshole. Just yelling back at him.
Love
Just
it.
give a shit.
You get worse.
Love it.
Caius calls out, "Destroy them with your holy energy!" And Caius is going to begin making his way away from the front line.
Good plan. Good plan. All right, and we're gonna roll some initiative, and I'm gonna get rid of the tense atmosphere music, and instead I'm gonna drop some battle music, and we are gonna have a
Finally.
fight.
What is it?
Oh boy, here we go. This is the fight. This is where it gets wild. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Didn't get in there, Patrick.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
31. Oh, CC. Okay. I got you.
Excellent.
Turn my mom off. She wants me to shut the hell up.
Oh boy.
I'm in trouble, wolf.
Getting triple. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm getting hollered at.
I've done
Oh.
some orc waz
Oh,
before. It
no.
woke people up, so I know how you do.
We get our boys and girls in the fight here. Now imagine, if you will, that we are, as always, when we have these big fights, we are focused solely on the guys you're fighting, but there are additional people, like zombies that are crawling in down below. Your crew is fighting them off as best they can. Narwhal is at the helm, doing his best to hold tight. And is everyone in the initiative, my friends?
Yes.
Appears to be.
Then let us begin the battle. Let us begin the battle. The Death Knell versus Devil Deed. The old Devil's Deed. Get after it. Alright, first up in the initiative is Harlan Blackmane.
Mr. Harlan Blackmane. He's going to cast upon himself one aspect of the Falcon.
Oh no.
What? What do you know
I'm
about?
just looking at the 30-foot radius that Wakir can have.
Oh, yeah, so he's gonna cast upon himself one aspect of the Falcon. So his increases damage and so forth. How much movement does it take to climb up to the crow's nest? What's the distance on that? Kind of, we made it bigger.
Is there any pulley systems we can have where he can grab a rope and just kick it and send
Kicking
him up?
Yeah, that would be ideal.
I mean, thematically, that's pretty fucking sweet. I'd say, yeah.
Because he wants to get up in the crow's nest, or at least start making his way to do it.
Absolutely, you can make your way. If you want to spend a full round action and be like, I kick a thing, even though it doesn't work like that, but then I can go straight up to the top, I love it. It's super thematic, and I won't even make you roll for it.
Yeah, it wouldn't cast the spell then, but yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Just zip my way up to the top of the crow's nest with
Super badass. I love it.
who else is up there? He's got a
Yes,
bow in
that's
one
cool.
hand and just like he's doing some fucking he's doing his Legolas shit. Just going
Love
up
it.
the top.
Oh, there he goes, Legolasing again. Oh, there I go, murdering again. All right.
Still only counts as one.
Walk
Boy, here I go killing.
Twice ground.
So,
You're up.
Well,
he's
I was
up in the
thinking
crow's
of
nest.
doing communal protection from evil,
Not a bad idea.
but I forgot it's a touch spell,
oof.
so I have to be touching people. So instead, I will 5-foot step back and take this time to cast instant armor on myself
I like that. I like that.
for 4 minutes, which gives me the equivalent of a force chainmail
Hmm?
armor.
Nice.
So-
Take that.
Okay, that's it for me.
Beautiful. Badger says a prayer to Gazra and moves over into position, grabbing a boarding pike, and prepares to repel boarders. Whalebone Plick. Old Whalebone Plick. He is going to draw what appears to be a harpoon from his back, and he wheels it back, and you watch as he chucks that harpoon directly with a nice little rope attached to it right at fucking Wakir. Hey Wakir, what's your AC? Pretty sure it's an 18, right?
Yeah,
Cool.
Wow.
And an 18
It's like he called
hits
it.
ya.
like he called it.
Boomski. You watch as that harpoon goes directly, so you've got this railing, it goes through the railing, punctures you in the gut, and he gets a free grapple attempt with that harpoon to try and grapple you. All right, and let's see what happens. That is going to be a 1d8 plus 4 damage.
But did he shout Kobe when he threw it?
He did not. 12 damage. Jesus Christ.
Oh God damn!
Fucking
That's half
max
my hit
damage.
points.
That's rough. And then he's gonna make a CMB check to try and grapple you with it.
Well, yeah,
28.
he's gonna succeed on that.
Yup.
I have no strings.
All right, and then he makes a move action to pull you closer 10 feet. So he pulls you right up to the edge of the boat, right up to the edge. Join the rest of you pirate scum at the bottom of the sea.
You had me once. You will not have me again.
None shall escape. None shall escape their final resting place.
Nah.
He's coming for you, Wakir. He wants your bones. This Brian zombie here is gonna move up and actually move past you. Takes full action to climb up and is looking at other people. This Brian zombie here is gonna move up, gets up next to Badger. As he gets up next to Badger, Badger's gonna take her attack of opportunity. Paired action, 24 from Badger. Let's go. He deals a solid 6 damage to that Brian zombie. Now that Brian zombie, it's a full round action to get up there. Edward, you're up next. Ratline is like, shit. Even Sly's like, I can't drink their blood. They don't have blood. I hate this.
As a while he's doing that as a free action, Harlan's gonna yell, "Archers, protect the priest!"
Gonna move up and engage this brine zombie.
Beautiful.
So I can only hit once.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Flank.
Uh, 18 and an 18 is a hit for 12 damage. Solid blow into him. Solid blow. Solid blow. All right. Next up is Sandra. Sandra is going to move over to the center of the ship and is going to cast Bless, which hits everybody. Everybody gets the effects of Bless, which is super helpful. This Brian zombie here is going to double move up onto the ship here. This Brian zombie here is going to move up. That's a double move. This Brian zombie here is going to double move up next to Cogworth. Arietta Bronson's going to charge forward and try to stab that zombie with her cutlass. 11 is a miss. Etun is going to move over and also try to stab that Brian zombie. 15 is a hit. Let's go. Deals a solid 6 damage to it. Nice. Ratline is going to make a will save. Ratline is panicking. He is afraid and turns and actually goes and cowers underneath this longboat. And it's just like, no, not like this. Not like this. No, not like this. He's just panicking. Blackbeak.
Blackbeak is going to, this thing looks like some type of weird, almost dead carrion stuff. So he's gonna take some bites and some claws at it.
A squawk.
Yeah. So we're gonna, not do well is what that is.
Oh no, the 2
Yeah.
hits. But roll me 2 critical miss chances. So it's just reroll that attack.
Reroll the attack. So let's see that one, and then that one.
Oh no, that
Not
does
great.
critically miss twice.
Yes,
Let's find out. Okay, so natural attack. Your attack hits the target, but the target may start a grapple attempt against you for free.
Okay.
Perfect. So she grabs onto Blackbeak and is grappling Blackbeak, but Blackbeak does deal 4 damage. And then the second critical miss, natural. You become entangled in your gear, and you spend the standard. She must spend a standard action to untangle herself. So I'll throw a
Okay.
net, and I'll throw a grappled condition on her.
Okay. Oh, fantastic.
All right. Slippery
Fantastic.
Sly is going to move up and is going to go for the zombie that is next to her daggers. Oh, Slippery Sly, come on. Not a confirmed crit miss. Crimson is going to slash at the one next to him. 19 is a hit. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. There's 9 damage to the Brian zombie next to him. 9 damage. Fantastic. This Brian zombie here is going to move up. Brian zombie here is also going to move up. This Brian zombie here is also going to move up, crawling under there. Brian zombie's going to move up to here. And this Brian zombie's going to move up to here. And Owlbear is going to go boo and charge this one. And is going to try to give him the boops. 15 is a hit.
Oh, you big bastard.
I know, right?
13 damage.
Man, Albert fucks.
He does. He is a
Big stick.
He's got
It's a
barbarian
big
levels.
stick.
It looks, you know,
Caius
speak
the
softly and
Killer.
carry a big stick,
You're
man.
up next.
Caius is going to 5-foot step over to Ratline, grab him by the collar, and say, "Does the ocean or the abyss scare you, or does the ocean or hell scare you more? If you don't fight now, you'll see one of them before the day's over." And he tosses him towards the edge of the ship,
Clump. Towards the fight or towards the edge of the ship?
towards the fight,
I
with
love
the
it.
other edge of the ship.
Click. And I'm going to give him another will save, a bite, this time at a +5. And he's ready to fight. Hi, Captain. Sorry, Captain.
Don't eat me, please.
Please don't eat me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nam's going to just hold the ship steady. We are back to the top of the round with Harlan.
So, okay, Harlan's at the top now. Now he will cast Aspect of the Falcon. And he will say a short, O Gozer, I thank you for your guidance. You who guides the sea in the storm, who commands the beasts in the forest, you have protected me and my companions so far. I pray that you continue to direct us. Make me a vessel of your energy. I give you my eternal reverence. As he focuses on, you know, the aspect of the Falcon, his sight, his aim. Just takes a minute, says a quick prayer with the bow,
Yes.
and then, you know, stands back up and gets in the right mindset to prepare to start engaging these zombies, and that'll be his turn.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely. All right, and what here? You have a harpoon in your gut. You are surrounded by zombies. What would you like to do?
Gonna not be here.
I mean, you
Can I just not?
You can take a standard action to try to cut the rope.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing.
I was going to do that for you too until Ratline decided to be a coward.
Be a coward.
Yeah.
There's a railing, right? That
Babe.
he went through.
He shot his harpoon through the railing.
So all you would really have to do on his next turn when he goes to pull is just grab onto the railing and have the harpoon get ripped out.
That's
Oof.
true.
Yeah,
Oh.
but that's
Yeah, that would
That's-
probably kill me.
just as bad.
It'd be neat. It'd look neat.
I mean, it looked
Look
pretty
cool.
cool. That's pretty neat. You can tell that hurts because of the way that it does.
I could tell by the pixels and the way that it looks.
You can tell that he's eviscerated because he is.
I can tell that he's going to be eviscerated because of the way that he's
All
eviscerated.
right, I'll try to pull a knife and cut the rope.
I love it. I love it. Just give me a damage roll. Let's see if you can deal like more
With the
damage.
With
Oh,
the
God.
knife. Oh god.
The harpoon knows where it is because it knows where it isn't.
Or you can make a strength check to pull it out, man. It's your call.
No.
Hey!
More damage.
You
More
cut the
damage.
line. You still have a harpoon in your gut, but you cut the line, which is sweet.
All right, and then I 5-foot step back that way.
That's brilliant. It hurts. It hurts, but you got a
Yeah.
harpoon in you.
Boing.
Got that.
He's moving.
Badger is going to slash at the bird, the bird zombie. 7 is unfortunately a miss. All right, that's really unfortunate that she that. All right, let's see here. Next up is Whalebone Plick. Whalebone Plick is going to reach down into the water, and from the water he pulls. Oh, hey, that harpoon that was in your gut's not there anymore, and it's back in his hand. And he's gonna rear back on it, but this time he's gonna chuck it at Edward.
This guy's an ass.
Oof. So that one, he takes a 5-foot step forward. He's going to chuck that harpoon at you, good sir. All right, and let's see here. He gets plus 12 on that. Okay. Wow!
Fuck.
That'll hit. It's 4. Edward, you take 9 damage. What's your CMD?
My CMD is 22.
And let's see if he can grapple you. He does not.
Nope.
He simply pulls the harpoon back. It does not find purchase, but it really hurts. And next up is this brine zombie. This brine zombie is gonna go for Slippery Sly, and it tries to grapple her. It fails miserably. It fails miserably.
Slippery.
And she's gonna take an attack of opportunity against it for that failure. She hits, dealing 3 points of damage to it. Alright, this brine zombie here is going to... It has control of the bird, grabs it, and attempts to throw itself over the side of the ship while grappling the bird. So, attack of opportunity from 1, 2, 3. 3 NPCs. Here's hoping. Attack. 16. That's a hit. There it is. As it goes to throw itself, Arietta says, "That's not your fucking bird!" and then slashes it back, and the bird goes squawk and gets released as that brine zombie collapses to the deck.
Fuck, you're my son ever again.
Yes.
Father hell.
That's
Yeah.
my boy! Oh, my
Yes,
boy!
my boy.
Father help!
Yes.
That's great. Alright, Edward, it's your turn.
I am going to bap the zombie in front of me. This one right here.
The bird looks at Harlan, and Harlan just stares back at it. Don't look at me. Go fuck something up.
Bridge. Fuck.
15's a hit for 8. Which one were you attacking?
This one.
That actually
One.
kills that one.
Nice.
Beautifully done, sir.
Okay.
Sandra Quinn is going to 5 foot forward and cast Cure Moderate Wounds on Wakir. You get 14 HP back, Wakir.
Oh, nice.
Esmara has not called you yet, my friend.
That's
This
more than I
brine
had.
zombie is going to 5 foot step forward and try to grapple you.
Boy.
That doesn't do it.
Oh,
This
go away.
zombie in front of you is going to try to grapple you. That does it.
Oh shit.
All right, I got good news, bad news. Which do you want first?
Oh, give me the bad news.
It grabs you. So literally you watch as this brine zombie grabs Edward and then just throws him and itself off the side of the boat. And they both just kind of do this like flippy flop thing and just end up over the boat, and you start sinking with this thing just bear hugging you as you start to sink into the water. On your next turn, you're going to have to start making constitution checks, and when you fail, you start to drown.
Oh,
Awesome.
What a way to die.
So, what's the good news in that?
There is
You just
none.
learn how to
There's-
swim?
I'm pretty
Sweet.
sure you have a swim track, which is good. But yeah, you are currently over the side of the boat, and you might be drowning. That's terrible. This one here is going to try to grab Crimson. 17 with hit is actually not good enough. He's got an 18. Arietta is going to 5 foot step forward, swing on that one in front of her. 13 is a miss. Inwu is going to 5 foot forward, go for the same one. 7 is a miss. Uh-oh. Ratsline is going to 5 foot forward, go for the one right here. Is dagger. Oh, rat! Come on, crew! Doesn't confirm, though. Blackbeak.
Really?
Blackbeak is up.
All right. So Black Widow still entangled in this net. It's what, strength check to try and break out of this?
That is correct.
What was
Standard
it?
action, I think it was.
Standard
Just,
action.
or just a standard action?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, then Blackbeak will do that. Bites itself out of this shitty fucking net that it got caught in. Dumb bird. And that will be its turn, yeah. It doesn't really have much else I can do with it. So yeah, it'll break itself out of the net.
Okay. Standard action breaks
Standard
itself free. Beautiful.
Yep.
All right. Next up is Slippery Sly, who is going to look around and be like, shit, man overboard. And she is going to step forward, grab a line, secure it to the railing, and then toss it overboard into the like ripple where Edward fell overboard. So, yeah. Also, the ship is not moving right now, really. It's kind of like barely moving, so you're not gonna like be left behind Edward because it's taken damage, so it's like slowed down. But you're gonna want to grab that line within 3 rounds, or otherwise the ship will leave you. Okay, so you're in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Crimson
Thank you.
is going to go for the one that has been injured already. Actually, he's gonna go for the one next to
Got it.
him over there. Crimson swings. 14 is a hit. That's good. And that will be 4 points of damage to that one. Not terrible. Okay. This Brine Zombie here is going to try to grab Wakir. Wakir! What is your CMD?
Not high at all.
Is it a 16?
No.
Is it higher than that or lower than that?
Lower.
Stop it.
I have a 14 CMD.
Stop it.
I mean,
All right. I have good news, bad news. Which do you want first?
Just do it.
It's a lie. It's a lie. Don't listen to him.
Jump
It's a
and
line
just grabs
bastard.
you and just throws itself over the side of the boat. And you just go sploosh into the water and start sinking. Alright, this Brine Zombie here is going to actually go for the bird.
Yeah?
Doesn't do it.
No,
This
it
Brine
doesn't.
Zombie here steps over, is going to try to grab Sly. Oh! You watch, everyone, as this thing just charges forward and tackles Sly over the side of the boat. And she is just gone as well. Just whoosh. Whoosh into the water. That's real unfortunate. This Brine Zombie here is going to try to grab Crimson. 11's not good enough. This one here is going to go for Owlbear. 15 is not good enough. Owlbear is going to go, brah! And he seems to, like, grow a little bit, and he's full rage mode right now. So he's
Nice.
going to start swinging hard. 16
Owlbear
is a
smash.
hit. 10 plus 10. 8. He just literally boom and just crushes that Brine Zombie in front of him, and then steps forward to continue on his rampage. Caius, you've watched 3 of your crew members get dragged over the side of the ship. What would you like to do?
All right. I want to describe what I would like to do, and I want you to tell me if it's possible.
Probably.
I want to charge off the railing of the boat and attack the zombie beneath.
Okay.
Then I would like to spend a hero point to attack the zombie here.
Okay.
And then spend another hero point to attack the zombie here.
So basically, you want to just go full badass mode and just
Wanna dive off and-
leap off the edge and just start
Yes.
stabbing zombies?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. If you want to spend 2 hero points to do that shit, that's great.
All right. Well, there's... Nope. I can't click my token anymore. God damn it.
I got
I'm
you.
going to stand... I'm going to put myself there.
I got you, baby. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do one of these. Boom, you're all in the water. It's beautiful. That's fucking badass.
All right. There's 21 for 14 on the first
14 on
zombie.
the first zombie. All right, that's 14 damage to that first zombie.
All right. He's going to attack the one on...
Sly.
that was the one on Sly. He's going to attack the one on Walk here now.
Okay.
That is 23 for 20.
23 is enough to kill that one, actually. Or 20.
Excellent.
20 is not enough to kill it. It's almost dead. Almost dead.
Okay. And then here is the one on Edward.
Cool.
That's 26 for 19.
Love it. All right. I'm going to give a caveat here, Caius.
Yes.
You did this, and you grabbed the rope at the same time. I'm going to give this to
Oh,
you
shit.
because you fucking spent 2 hero points to do this shit. You fucking jump over, grab the rope. You're going to take a D3 burn damage, rope burn damage, okay? 3 rope burn damage as you slide down the ship. Your hand is slick with blood. And
Like,
you
just
literally,
slash
like,
along the top of
crash
him?
into the water, and it's just like stab, stab, slash as these zombies are, like, just below the surface. And they all look super fucked up. And that might save the crew. But you are like slightly below the surface, and you see Whalebone Plick look at you like, "This one shall be a worthy sacrifice to the deep."
My soul is spoken for.
I love it. Narwhal is like, "Fuck this, fuck this, fuck this."
My
Now I
soul
roll my crew lost check. You lost 3 crew that round. That's unfortunate. Crew are dying down below. It's real sad. Narwhal went. Harlot, you're up next, man.
Well, I had
If the
an
ship's
idea.
not moving, could Narwhal abandon the wheel?
He's still trying to hold it steady against the
Okay.
waves. You know, just that way you guys
That
don't have to
squall
make
would've
reflex
whipped it up.
saves.
Yeah,
Oh, fair
Harlan had an idea, but he tucks something back into his coat with his tail, and then sees the captain dive off the ship. And I mean, these guys they've just hit the water, right? Effectively, I mean, this is all happening simultaneously.
This is all in basically the
Alright.
same round, correct?
So he is going to try and assist by taking out, doing some thwip. So we'll go for this guy on the left here first.
Love it.
Sure, that's selected. So this Vix. We will do a little yes. Cover, yes, no, yes, no, yes. Since he's grappled, yes.
I think they take penalties that kind of equalize out for
fuck off.
attacks
Okay.
on them.
Well, the second one hits.
Rapid shot hits for 4 damage, which unfortunately deals no damage because it has
Oh,
DR
DR.
/ slashing.
Fuck.
Well, it's piercing.
Yeah, it has to be slashing damage.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Well, that's good to know.
Anything else?
Nope.
Akir, you are gonna give me a Constitution check as this zombie is holding you under the water.
Should just done the other idea.
Oh, I don't want to.
Well, this is where you find yourself.
Told you I don't want to.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Oh no. Alright,
you-
so when a character fails their Constitution check, she begins to drown. In the first round, she falls unconscious, 0 HP. In the following round, she drops to -1. So literally, you hit the water, taking a big breath of water, and you are currently at 0 HP.
Fuck.
Well, nice knowing you guys.
Walk here thrice round, maybe? Is that where we're at? Walk here
It
thrice
might be.
round?
Might be.
It's possible. My roll 20 is freaking out, so I need to refresh real quick. Just
You willed it into existence on mine. God damn it.
maybe roll 20 just crashed. I don't know.
It's perfect time, Dave. Foundry VTT. Foundry VTT.
You shut your whore mouth, Tonic. Yeah. Foundry, or like Foundry
Picking
VTT.
fights.
Fuck.
Quit picking fights.
Stop
The
fighting.
NPCs with the GM.
What
Stop
the
it.
fuck is going on here? Why is roll 20 being? It is like glitching
Because
crazy.
you're trying to kill me,
That's
Yeah,
not true.
it's trying to
What
stop.
the
It's trying to stop
hell?
it.
and the gods are mad at you.
Hold on.
Mark's
should-
got you, boy.
You should repent.
Repent, motherfucker!
There we go. Okay. Whoa, it is being super weird. Let me stop all the music. Okay. There's no update. It's like the map is like blinking for me. All right, I'm gonna close this really quick. Sorry, everybody. Just close roll 20. Open roll 20 back up. Did anyone else's roll 20 crash or just mine and Zeb's?
No,
it's-
mine's
No,
good.
mine's good now that I
All
refreshed
right.
it.
I'm refreshing here really quick. We relaunch the game. Here we
Smoke
go.
them if you got them, boys.
Smoke 'em. Smoking a pancake?
Long in the blitz.
What happens when you try to kill me?
I was really depending on the free attacks to the light melee weapon and the grapple to finish these zombies off, and that
It's-
didn't happen.
It's the wrong universe, but apparently the Omnisci is on Patrick's side.
All right, I'm back up and running. Badger is going to move over to here and try to attack this zombie. That's a hit. Here we go. 5 damage.
Hey, is that
And
one
Whalebone
fucked
Plague. Pious. My friend.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing great.
28 to hit.
Doing less good.
8 plus 4. Take 5 damage.
Doing all right.
Take 5 damage. What's your CMD?
19.
You are grappled. And he is going to he's going to pull you 10 feet closer to him.
Damn.
Gonna pull you right up to like there. That's what we'll do. 5, 10. That's 5, 10. He's gonna just kind of whip you around. And
Can he pull me in a direction that's not directly towards him?
well, if he was there, he would. If you were there, he would have pulled you here. That's where he pulls you. Pretty much right next to him. And as he does so, you watch a ghostly, translucent hand reach out and grapple at your throat. Give me a fortitude save.
12. Wow, those are awful for my saves. 5, 6, 9.
You take 1 constitution damage, and you cannot speak anymore or cast any spells with verbal components as your breath has been stolen. You're basically suffocating right now. That's fun. Edward, you are in the water. Give me a fortitude. Give me a constitution check, please. You are not drowning, which is good. What would you like to do with your turn?
I want to get out, so I'm assuming I gotta dagger this guy.
Yeah, you gotta kill that guy.
Yeah, so
Or cutlass him.
2 more damage. I can only use 1, correct?
Correct. This is going really bad, guys. I'm scared.
Yeah.
This is going really
Yeah.
bad. You know, I already
Give you
killed,
that idea.
I already killed a character today. I don't need to kill another one with my earlier.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna kill all of us apparently.
These
I hear
zombies
Tyrant's
can
grasp is pretty good.
both initiate a grapple and do a thing in the same round.
Yeah, they can
Brutal.
initiate and then they can move with you. It's.
What'd you say,
It's 16
Patrick?
for
Let me just
12.
read this to you. Brian
I
Zambis
said
attack opponents
I
with their
hear
cutlass.
Tyrant's
If a
grasp
Brian
is
Zambis
pretty good.
successful grapples of an opponent, it dives overboard and attempts to drown the victim by pinning them underwater.
And they get a free breath.
Well, they're using their CMB. They're just using their CMB
Oh,
checks
okay.
to try and grapple. Like, they're not attacking and getting a free grapple. That would be,
I see.
like, broken as fuck. They've just been trying to grab you and drag you overboard. What do you got
That's
there?
a 16 for 12.
16 is a hit, and that kills that one. And now that you're no longer grappled, you could take your second attack if you want to.
Yeah, I'll
You wanna-
take my second
You want
attack.
to kill that one on Slippery Slide?
Yeah. Yep.
I'll take that 18 for 7, which is enough to kill it. And that's good. So you're no longer grappled. Slippery Sly is no longer grappled.
And there any action
You could take.
I have
you
left-
could technically take a 5-foot step to like. I'll let you take a 5-foot step to grab the rope so you don't keep.
I was gonna say, can I use that as my 5-foot step to grab the rope?
Yes, absolutely. I'm totally fine with that. Sandra Quinn's gonna be like shitballs. She's gonna move here, and she's just gonna channel positive energy. And God's
Heal
calls
her.
Wow.
she's gonna channel to heal, actually.
Okay.
Which means that Wakir, you're now conscious, which is good. That's good. That's better than you were last time. Before. And next up is a Brian's up, and my roll 20 froze again.
Oh no.
It's a great time to talk about Foundry, virtual tabletop.
Fantasy Grounds is
Oh,
Unity
fuck yes.
is working really well.
fucking fantasy grounds.
Welcome if you got it, boys.
Don't worry, Zeb. I got it. I got it covered.
All right, cool. So Sandra Quinn does that. You are now conscious. This Brian zombie here is going to try to grab Ratline. 20 is enough. So she grabs Ratline. Ratline says, "No, no, let me go!" and then flings herself overboard. Good old Ratline's in the water. This guy here is going to go for... Probably go for Arietta. She's right there. 12's not good enough. Arietta is like, keep your fucking hands off me. Go for it. 11's a miss. Damn. Iwu is going to go for... It's injured already. She's going to go for the one next to... One next to the bird. 9 damage. There we go. That's good. And then Ratline is going to attempt escape artist check. 16 I don't think is good enough. Actually, that is good enough. He manages to slip free of the brine zombie and grabs the rope and shimmies his way up the side. He is good. Brine zombie resurfaces. Blackbeak.
Okay, Blackbeak gonna attack. Because that's what Blackbeak do.
Yeah.
That'd be what he do. She do. I don't know. I haven't, but whichever. It. I haven't.
Oh, there it is. Doesn't confirm. That is
Confirm.
slashing damage for 2. 16's a hit for 2, and the 11's a miss.
The talons, I think talons are supposed to be slashing. I'm double checking, but yep.
Slippery
that is what
Slide
Blackbeak do.
Is going to attack the one that is grappling Wakir.
It
14's
is
a
so
hit
hurt. You can breathe.
for 4 damage. She kills that one, and with her move action, she will swim back towards the boat and grab the line. Crimson Cogsworth is going to shout, Captain Overboard, Captain Overboard. He's going to go for the one next to Ariana. 23 is a hit. For 6 damage. Brian Zombie is going to try to grab... I'm going to go for Etun. That is a crit miss, provoking attacks of opportunity from Badger, Etun, and the bird.
And the bird.
Means a hit?
Dead motherfucker.
Probably.
16, 6.
3 and boom. You guys take out that brine zombie. Dead. Owlbear roars again and is going to try to give this one the boops. 27. Jesus, Owlbear. You
Them's
are
the
on
boops.
fire.
Owlbear is serious business. We gotta like give this guy a special club or something. I don't know.
13, 8. Ice the Kinless. You are grappled by this guy. You can't breathe right now. And he looks like he wants to kill your face. What would you like to do?
Alright, Caius with his, if I'm grappled, I can't swing my greatswords. He's gonna, with his offhand, pull a dagger and get to stibbity stabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's gonna use his swift action to smite good on the thing, which doesn't do anything except for bypass all DR on any target.
Nice.
So that's kind of nice.
There it is. There it is.
I need to pull up my dagger macro. Actually, I'll just roll. $20 to hit.
Love it. Love it. I love it. I love it. That is a hit.
Damage.
8
Ooh,
damage. Solid
rolls.
blow. All right, we're going to lose some more crew. 2 more crew have been lost, unfortunately. Narwhal keeps the ship ready, and actually he's going to take his turn to lash the wheel. He's going to like lash it in place so he can get in the fight. Harlan, you're up next. Ias, also give me a perception check.
Yeah, what to do? What would be the smart move here?
Me too.
Let's see what's the range.
On the middle mast of the ghost ship that is the Death Knell, everything looks green, translucent, and misty, save for a single brass bell that is hanging halfway up the mid-mast.
I also call. Oh, I can't speak.
Can't speak.
Sign language, bitch.
So you're the only one that sees this.
He doesn't have it, and both my hands are full.
I thought we discussed that Edward would have taught you some.
I have it. Arlen doesn't.
No, I meant to Harlan. I thought we had talked about me showing all the officers.
I believe you did say that.
That doesn't mean he has the points to put in to pick it up, though.
Yeah, that was a post level up
Oh, that was the okay
conversation.
That's
I
true.
already picked
That's
languages,
true.
so
Yeah.
I see. That's true.
he might
I
be
forgot
learning
the
it
name.
slowly, but he doesn't have a grasp on it yet. If I
Also, like I said, my hands are full, so I have a great sword in my right and a dagger on my left.
He's got a lot of hands. I'll tell you that much.
I would like to, I'm going to descend from the crow's nest, which is, how high up would we say that is?
Probably 70 feet.
Okay, so he'll double move and descend from the, well, almost to the deck. So that's what he'll do. That'd be his turn. With a double
Here,
move.
you are not drowning anymore. You've spat up a bunch of salt water, but you don't feel good.
Can I get up to the surface?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I want to surface right here.
Yep.
I'm going to try to reach. Okay, who's above me?
Slippery
Is everyone
slides
underwater?
almost on the deck.
I am
Okay,
on the
that-
rope,
You on
They
a
are
rope?
both on the rope
I'll reach
climbing
out.
together.
I reach out with my left hand. Edward, touch me.
and I'm going to take my noses and touch his hand.
Now's not really
And
the
then I'm
time
going to-
for sexual advances, Wakir. It's a weird
Then I'm
time.
going to-
Like, hey, touch me.
Reach underwater and touch Caius.
It's hot.
And
You seem like the kind of
Verbally-
pirate not to have the common DC to give him a reach around. I don't know where I'm going with that.
cast Water Walk Communal.
That's brilliant.
Ooh.
That's brilliant. You're all walking on the water now. Let's go.
Yep. The Caius immediately pops up
Coming through in the clutch. Coming through in the
at
clutch.
60 feet per round until they can stand on the water.
All right. Whalebone Plick is going to.
It's about 12 and a half minutes each, guys.
Hey, Whalebone Plick's going to reach out and make a touch attack on you.
All right.
Oops, that was supposed to be plus 11, not minus 11. Excuse me.
Well, that didn't hit.
Oh, crit miss on his touch attack.
That's a spell
Himself.
miss.
Ooh,
Oh,
it doesn't confirm, but he did try to reach out, and he was going to try to steal the remainder of your breath. Badger is going
He's going
to
to whisper sweet nothings to
Oh,
you and take your breath.
Wait.
Yeah?
Did he cast a spell last round too?
It was not a spell.
Or is this an ability? Okay.
It's an ability.
I was about to say because he's in a grapple.
Badger's going to move up. Going to do it. Badger. Sassy Minx. 4 damage, not terrible. Edward Tarbos, you can walk on water. You're basically Jesus.
Yep.
Basically, Jesus would be a great band name.
Yep. I am going to move to here, and I'm gonna bap.
Give him the boops.
I'm gonna give him the boops. I'm gonna give him a singular boop.
I love
A
that.
singular boop.
I love that
Only
journey
gets one.
for you.
As far as 17 different rooms I gotta go through here.
The 17 misses, but that's unfortunate. 17 misses.
Does a 17 miss while he's grappling?
Yes.
This high AC have an ass.
Rise zombie surfaces and is going to charge. Gonna charge this guy. Charge walk here. 17 hit you? Does not. You have an 18.
Yeah, and with his force chainmail.
Yep.
He's
Shenanigans.
good. Sandra Quinn is going to, you guessed it, channel positive energy again. Let's fuck these guys. 10 damage. Hell fucking yeah. Let me give this guy.
Oh, damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going for damage this time.
Gaius is not happy.
7. Oh no. Give me a will save. It's only a DC 14.
Okay.
He's sorry. Kind of forgot in the moment because the game master forgot in the moment, and it also feels like something she'd do in this moment.
No, it makes sense.
You
It's
only
the whole
ran away.
situation of
Caius ran away so the clerics could channel the harm, and then no one did it. That's why he started at the back of the boat.
This whole fight has just been shit,
Fuck, shit,
Yeah.
fuck.
Pretty much.
19 for half, but that still kills that one. Is dead. This one here fails, takes 10 damage. That one looks really messed up. All right, Arietta is going to try and finish off that one in front of her. 17's a hit. For 6 damage, which is enough to bring that one down. All of the brine zombies on the top deck have been killed and slain. Ratline's back on the deck. He is going to find a crossbow, and he's going to shoot it at Whalebone Plick. 19 is a miss with the -4. Inwu is going to reach over here and help Slippery Sly onto the deck. Blackbeak.
Blackbeak does not have the water walking, and I do not have flyby attack yet, which is unfortunate. Blackbeak's going to let's move. I'll move Blackbeak over a bit. Blackbeak will move over, and I don't know. Pretend to be interested in helping, but can't really do anything because it's a giant ass bird. That'll be its turn.
Squawk.
It's not the brightest, but it's fine.
Like it. Crimson is going to also grab a crossbow and shoot at the brine zombie next to Wakir. 17 is unfortunately a miss with the -4. Slippery Sly is going to throw the rope to Wakir, so it's easy for him to get up if he wants to. Owlbear is going to continue to rage, but has nothing to smash. And we're going to roll to lose some more crew. Only one crew has lost this round. Not bad. Not bad. Eyes the Kinless. You're in a bit of a pickle.
So I'm being grappled. Is he holding on to me, or
No,
my
it's
hands
just
free?
your hands are free. It just I
should have used my greatsword last
There's a
round,
harpoon in your gut. I was confused, but I wasn't going to stop you. I thought you were
Well,
going.
because normally when you're grappled, it occupies one of your hands.
Correct. Nope. You just got a harpoon in your leg or gut or something.
All right, Caius is gonna 5-foot step, and he's going to start swinging.
Oh, there I go killing again.
26 for 25.
Yeah, that'll play. Solid blow. Solid blow. Absolutely.
And he's going
solid.
to touch of corruption himself to heal.
Beautiful. Narwhal Nate is ready to go, but all the zombies are dead, and he's not happy about that. Harlan Blackmane.
Harlan is going to travel the, 20 feet and take a single shot at Sir Asshole.
Good Whalebone Play. Give me a perception check, Harlan.
Make sure I'm on the right page because I got the
Give me
fucking
a
bird.
perception check.
Perception.
Yeah.
24.
You notice a single brass bell, the only thing on the death now that doesn't look like it's all misty and weird.
How far away is this?
About 60 feet from your current position.
60 feet. I'm tempted to call shot and try and fucking hit the fucking thing because it's
Blast
within
it.
range. It's within range.
That bell.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna see this bell. It looks corporeal, and I'm gonna take a shot at it. Yeah, because I got 120 feet of range, first range increment. So I'll take a shot at the bell. I'll just roll the.
What is your arrow? What kind of arrow are you shooting? Just a regular one?
Yeah.
Okay.
See what happens. Gotta go through all my checks here.
You know what? Give me a general intelligence check.
General intelligence.
Give me an int
check.
check. I want to see if you realize something.
10.
Good enough to know that an arrow's probably not going to break that bell.
I'm not gonna break it. Okay.
It's hard. It's
Bring
probably
it,
not going to
though.
overcome its hardness.
I can tell you what I can do though.
Yeah.
So he's going to.
It would ring it, but it's not going to break it. So if you're going for
So,
break it, it's
Yeah.
not going to work. But if you're going to ring it, it would definitely ring it.
So he's gonna make the realization, and he's going to fucking start running this way towards a ballista.
Oh, there we fucking go, boys. Let's go. That'll do it.
And yeah,
Wakir, you're up
that'll be
next.
his turn.
Okay, how badly is Caius injured?
Not that bad.
You're not? You don't have
Down
any.
2 HP.
You're down 2 HP?
Yeah, I healed myself for 11 last round.
Okay. Well, then I wasn't. Then I'm not going to heal you then. Fine.
So all of the brine zombies you just killed, you notice there's a bunch of them materializing out of the side of the ship again. Probably fine.
I'm going to step up right here, touch both Edward and Kaya. Not that I think Caius really wants to, but
yeah,
protection from evil, communal.
Love that journey.
That work on an evil creature? I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't
We'll
know.
find out.
Sure.
Just says creature's touch.
Badger
fair enough.
sees what you're doing, Harlan, double moves up and gets ready to help you fire the ballista.
Yeah, starts loading the bolt into it.
Whalebone Plick is going to reach out and try to touch Edward. Edward, what's your touch AC? That'll play.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, he rolled a nat 20.
All right, let's roll to confirm. There's a 14
Ooh.
confirm.
Remember,
On my touch? No.
Yeah,
remember,
no, good.
protection from evil gives you 1.
All right, plus
AC.
2 to your AC. All right, give me a fortitude save, Edward.
Skibbity boppity badoo. Core.
You
Watch
get a
this
plus 2,
translucent
Or
hand
no,
reach
you
out.
said
Two, two.
fortitude, right?
Fortitude save.
plus 2 to the fortitude.
All
If you
right.
didn't
Good
add
news,
it.
bad news. You take 1 con damage and are now fatigued.
Fuck.
And you are suffocating. Let me mark that really quick. Edward,
So
you can.
13 didn't,
Excuse
a
me.
13 didn't.
Caius, you can now breathe again.
Oh.
Edward, your go.
I'm going to 5-step here and fatigued. What?
-2 to attack, damage.
Need to be up in the buff.
Okay.
Pretty much everything. It's going to be under conditions.
I'm going to 5 foot to flank.
I like it.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
-2 strength and dex. So -1 to hit.
-1 to hit.
And
9 and 15, unfortunately, both miss.
Mm.
Sandra is going to channel to heal. For 4 damage. 4 damage. Better than a kick in the teeth.
That applies to me as well, correct?
Yes.
Should
Ranzan
actually
moves
top me off.
forward and is going to attempt to try to hit Wakir. It misses. Arietta is going to also move over to attempt to help with the ballista. Not quite getting there, but woo. He moves up to the ballista as well, starts to load it. Rat lines, oh fuck, we're doing this. Gets into position. Blackbeak.
I do the same thing. Blackbeak's. I can't go down there and help with all them.
Squawk.
You know what? Blackbeak's gonna fly to the top of the crow's nest and keep an eye out for anything else because it can watch.
Sly is shouting, "Get out of there, Captain! Get out of there, First Mate! We've got to run. We can't win this fight. There's more coming." Crimson Cogsworth grits his teeth and says, "You fucking undead! I'll kill every one of you, then kill you again!"
Keep firing.
Yeah, undead are the worst.
Owlbear comes up and just goes, "Buh, buh, buh," and is reaching towards Caius, but is afraid of the water. 3 more crew die, which is unfortunate. Caius the Kinless, it's your go, big dog.
Caius is going to attempt to cut this man down.
Leave.
33. Oh, the crit confirm
That's
sucks.
confirmed. That is 18.
24 damage.
24 damage. He's still up. He's still up. Narwhal is going to grab a throwing axe and chuck it at that guy. Probably not going to hit. It doesn't. Arlen, you are in range to get up there. It
Yep.
has been put together. I'm going to go ahead and roll assist checks from
Yep.
every one of these guys next to you. Each
get-
DC 10 is going to give you a +2.
Okay.
2, 4, and that's a crit. So you are going to get a +8 to this attack roll.
So +4 because you get a -4 shooting ballista without the feet. I think.
Correct.
Siege engineer. I get +1 in all ranged attacks because I'm aspect to the falcon. So that puts me at a +5.
Yep.
So we'll do. Is it D20? I don't get my agility when I'm firing, or not.
Now, are you you're targeting the bell, correct?
Targeting the bell.
Beautiful.
So it
Doesn't
should
have
be.
a very high AC.
Yep. So it should be what, D20 +5.
God, I want this to work so much.
I do too.
Please don't roll it out.
20.
Oh,
Fuck yes. All right, we watch
Oh.
as he pivots the ballista. You crank back. They're all holding it, and you hear all of them like fire, 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 and then you hear the ka-chunk, fa-chunk, shoof, and there is
Harlan
this
just
crash.
zones them all out. He just zones them all
There
out
is
and
this
just.
crash, the splitting and tearing of wood, and you hear this bell do a single ka-tong, and then it shatters into 1,000 pieces. Whalebone looks back at his ship. This horde of brine zombies is running across the water. Like, if you've ever seen the frickin' what is the Pirates of the
Lord of the
Caribbean
Rings?
when they're running
Yep.
across the water? They're running towards you, and as the bell explodes, you watch the ghost ship crack in half. Whalebone turns, roaring, reaching out for both of your throats as his bony, translucent-looking hands turn to dust, and you watch as the ship caves in on itself, sinking to the bottom of the ocean. The only thing that remains is a single board with the name, the death knell on it, which is a proof that you have defeated the ghost ship.
Edward would
Absolute
definitely pick that up.
Mother of God.
Sweet Mother of God.
Oh,
Everyone, you all go up level 5.
Hey.
And you get a +1 seeking harpoon that's still in Caius's leg.
Yeah.
Level 5. That was wild. That was wild.
oh.
Now,
Yeah.
unfortunately, you guys lost 10 crew members. A couple of them were drowned. A couple of them were beaten to death. But you did lose a couple of the crew. Now, Caius, I need you to roll me a D100.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
53. All right, you
Mid.
get to decide. You get to decide. Were any of the crew that were lost, the 2 military guys, the two that you brought on board?
Yeah, one of them.
One of them died. Fair enough. Only one is left. Only one of those Marines is left. The other one got drowned at the bottom of the ocean. Unfortunate. The weather clears very quickly. It's evening on the second day after you'd planned your raid. And the crew is actually in a pretty good mood. They are, like, they can't believe they survived. Nobody that was important died. It's been great. It was a bunch of no-named NPCs. They're like,
Red
we
shirts.
barely even knew those guys. We just picked them up like 3 weeks ago. This is perfect. Like, we're all still here.
Gave him all red shirts. Is really
It's
convenient.
great. Absolutely great. So I'm curious, what is the battle plan with the pirate crew at this point?
First thing Edward's going to do when he gets onto the ship is he's going to hand Wakir the board from the water as proof. Or no, not Wakir. Harlan. Harlan's getting handed that because he killed it, essentially. And then I would like to start immediately doing damage control, seeing what's damaged on the ship.
Ship's in
I'm
pretty
gonna
messed
start-
up shape. It's
Yeah,
got a
I'm
bunch of
going
holes in
down
it.
levels, checking on people.
You've got most supplies you need. There's just a bunch of like ballista holes in the lower decks, and the crew was able to staunch the influx of water, and the bilgers are going day and night. But you're gonna need to probably either beach it and make repairs, or just do like kind of a shit job right now and just keep the bilgers going constantly.
I'm definitely going to relay that to Caius, and let him kind of make final decision. But I'm definitely
Village
going
had a
to.
dock.
Yeah. I definitely want to make sure that the dead are removed from the ship.
Yep, the undead, the Brian
Proper-
zombies. Yeah,
well,
they are.
yeah.
Yep, they are.
That and the our dead. The dead are
We
dead.
arrange,
Well,
arrange a
most
proper.
of your dead are at the bottom of the sea. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, if we have any that did get beaten to death, we should arrange a proper ceremony.
Something.
Just
Couple.
something. Yeah. Shows we care to the crew, and then
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna come back up and see what everybody else thinks as far as how damaged the ship is. And are we gonna continue on the raid or have you, gentlemen?
I think we should take a break. before we
Owlbear
do the raid.
Hawthorne is like a freaking puppy next to Caius. Every time Caius goes to get near the edge of the ship, Owlbear will like move in front of him and be like, buh, buh,
Yeah, Edward
I'll
walks
be-
up to say
I'll be
something.
fine
to him,
out there.
just-
buh, buh.
Just don't you bite me, you fucker.
Caius will make the pitch. The dock that town handle, aid in repairs.
Suddenly we're not pirates. Attempt to negotiate our way onto there to make repairs.
Bad idea.
Line when we leave.
We did just kill a ghost ship that's been haunting their waters. We
And-
have proof.
I know I am not one of the ship's officers, Captain, but I think diplomacy would be a better course of action for this fishing village. Outright warfare, etc.
I can help with that.
Talking to the damage control parties, Captain, we can barge to the repair and keep the villages going, but we do need some time to make the proper refit. Or we're not going to be able to make good speed without too much water coming in and slowing us down. That's just
He's right fucked.
how it is.
Well, go in. We negotiate for our place there. Slit throats and repairs are almost complete.
So after we have her ready to get out of here. If
course.
we're going to do that.
Diplomacy first, and let's play it by ear, I think.
Fair
Who
enough.
knows? We might get a reward for taking out that bastard.
Subterfuge. Yay.
What? Players using stealth and thinking for a second?
I hate it.
Crazy. I hate it.
I don't accept this. I don't accept this.
Who wants to go ashore and make some difference?
Make some friends.
That'll probably be me
Well, it sure as hell won't be me.
once I get healed of all my horrible damage.
No.
Edward is going to put that to a vote for the crew after that big fight. Who wants to go to shore and repair the ship versus who wants to still attempt to raid, knowing the condition of the
The
ship.
crew right now is more for we might need a break. That was really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Harlan will definitely press. This is like the ship. It has to be repaired, whether we do it now or soon. Like it's not. It has to.
Edward
Everything you
is
do will be
heavily-
temporary, and every week at sea risks
Be. Yeah, exactly.
it not holding.
Yeah. So we need
Edward
some we need
is
repairs.
heavy.
Let's send a
Heavy.
longboat to shore, 2 of them, under a white
Oh.
flag.
All right.
Alright. I'll go.
Smiling faces, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Have fun storming the castle.
Stay
I'm
aboard
going to
and
stay. I'm
work on-
going to stay if Harlan or if
No,
Walker's
Harlan's
going to go.
Yeah, Harlan's staying on the ship.
Yep.
He's
Edward would like to stay on the ship as well and work on helping the crew and making repairs where I can and checking on wounded and such.
Like it.
Let the people who know how to talk go talk.
right.
Caius does look back and forth and say, "Oh, at some point my patron should send their fucking liaison. That goat was expensive."
I think that goat's what
I
brought the
like
death
it. And
knell.
Blau, did you have a token for that liaison? I thought you sent me one.
I do.
but
I sent you one.
You could resend it to me because it's now buried in the many
can.
conversations that we have. Any conversations. But we're gonna cut
Give
to
me a sheet
scene.
for him as well. I can.
Yeah, actually, if you need a sheet, I can give you a sheet right now. Go over here. Let's add character. Okay, over here. There's Edited by Blau. All right, there's a new character sheet there for you, my dude.
Thank you much.
You're very welcome. All right, so we cut to a scene of the crew making their way. Some of the crew. I'm gonna move you guys back to that shoreline map, and sitting
On the dock of the bay.
sitting on the dock of this particular bay, just watching the tides roll away, there is a old white-haired half-orc. Looks a little bit something like this, right? Kind of looks like that guy from Street Fighter a little bit. And he's got a little fishing pole, and there's no one else. No one else around. It is just him sitting on the dock. The buildings themselves look to be in good shape. Everything looks to be fine, but as your ship gets into the bay area, and the two of you pull up, and I'm actually going to use this little boat right here as your longboat. Ignore the cannon. Who else did you guys bring with you, or was it just the two of you coming?
I'm not here. This was when we were gonna raid.
Excellent. Who else was coming? Arlen?
No, Caius would
Harlan,
have given Wakir complete autonomy to pick his away crew.
Who else did you bring with you, Wakir?
The bard.
The Bard?
Yeah.
Love it. Old Rosie Cuswell.
And Edward would have sent at least 2 fighters,
Like it. Mahim,
just to be safe.
Mahim came, and Shifka. They came.
Yeah.
Yes, like it. So you dock your boat. The half-orc has a fishing pole kind of wedged in the dock. His left foot is like holding onto it, like just lightly, and he's just watching it. And he's got a little bag of looks like cashews, and he's just like takes one, cracks it open, eats it, spits the little thing into the water, takes another one, eats it, spits the little rind into the water, and he just doesn't say anything. He's just sitting there doing his thing.
Hail, grandfather.
I am not your grandfather. I do not know who you are. But
I
based
am
on
what-
how you are dressed, yes, I am judging you as such. You smell, look, pirates.
We have no need of piracy from you. We are here to repair our ship. We'd like to be able to come in and trade fairly.
The ship, is this the same ship that we saw prowling our waters?
We were taken by a infamous ship off the coast. We
Finally
just need
looks
repairs.
up from his fishing pole and looks over to you. And which ship was that?
The Death Knell.
Ah,
You should totally have the plank.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would.
a shame that this ship has been sunk. It is known to prey upon the ragers and the ravagers of the fevered sea, pirates and ne'er-do-gooders. If you are to
Yes.
tell me it attacked you, then that would seem to indicate that you yourselves are pirates.
We have no need of piracy from you. We fly the seas, not the land. We just would like to fairly trade while we repair our ship in your harbor.
What do you have to offer for
Gold.
safe passage to our docks?
We have gold. We have goods. We would see what you would need. See what we need from you.
Our village is a simple village. We have no need of,
Then
but
we give
we
you
do
trinkets
have need
instead.
of no need of trinkets. Do you think us simple and stupid?
Oh,
I'm not
aren't
saying
they from
anything.
the area as well? Mahim and
They are,
Chivka?
but they're being pretty quiet.
Yeah. I'll let the bard speak up.
Rosie steps forward and she says, wise man, shaman of this village, I can only assume. We seek only peaceful interactions. between our crew and yours. We will follow whatever rules, whatever stipulations you give. We simply must make repairs. Be on our way. Mean you no harm. Mean you no ill will. Now we're going to make a diplomacy check. Damn, Rosie Cutswell.
I'll aid.
Damn. Yeah, that's a 29. The man looks up. These are our rules. Only 2 of your crew may be off. She kind of frowns at that and says, it must be 5. If we need to gather trees, wood, supplies, you'll need at least 5. Nods. Very well. Only 5 of your crew may be off the ship at any given time. On top of this, we will keep guards outside of your ship on a daily basis. Anything strange happen, should anything out of the ordinary transpire, will burn you and your ship. That understood.
These terms are agreeable.
Then go back to your not pirate captain. Tell him he may bring the ship in. Help as much as we can. And as he says that, you see kind of like appearing from around corners, like out of bushes, you see a fuck ton of like really well put together warrior types. Like a bunch with bows, they're camouflage. There's a couple warriors wielding falchions, and they all just kind of appear out from everywhere. Like they were really well hidden. And he just kind of chuckles to himself and says, may this interaction between your crew and my people be beneficial for us both. Be gone. And you are able to leave and head back. And as we get back to Devil's Deed. Caius, we cut to a scene of you inside of your cabin. You've been pondering, wondering, thinking to yourself, the fuck's going on? When you glance across over to, you've got this, like a bed in there. As you glance across, you see a, correct me if I'm wrong, it's basically kind of like a devil version of a succubus.
No, just an imp.
Just an imp?
It's a female imp.
Like a female imp. She's like lounging on the bed with her feet like up, her like hands behind her head, and she's like just lounging there. And she's just got this devilish grin, all puns intended, on her face.
Ah.
You're not the same as the other little shit.
Grins and just smiles at you with a toothy smile.
You have sharp teeth. Filed to a point. Caius the same. So what do they call you? I take it you're the one I bargained for.
My name is Narissa. I have been sent, commanded, contracted to serve you. You will be my master. I, your ever-loyal servant.
Ever loyal. As loyal as the contract lasts.
Until you renege upon it, as mortals always.
We'll find out. My crew just went ashore. Could you go make sure they're not dying?
As your command, the contract stipulates, I am pleased to serve you, my master. She disappears, vanishes, and travels off to, well, likely carry out your command, which is super fun. But as that pans out, she eventually returns, letting you know that your crew is returning. And I'd like to have a meeting. I think a meeting inside of the captain's quarters with our officers. I think that would be a good idea. So you guys can discuss what the battle plan is at this point. So please, my friends, proceed.
So, Okir, what'd you find out?
We're allowed with only 4 to 5 people from the crew at a time are allowed in the city.
City's a bit of a
We must
stretch, but
trade fairly, and I don't think we want to fuck with this town. After we made our deal, appearing out of nowhere, pretty much the whole town was armed for bear. So
made you see.
more, they could definitely hold themselves in a fight. I would definitely say we honored this deal. Maybe we find a safe haven we can return
Not safe,
to.
right? Friendly Cove.
Yep.
I think if they're as well armed as you say, it would be important to keep our word here.
Okay. Try to see if they have any enemies we might be able to take care of for them. Get some good blood.
Yes, you hear a whisper in your ear. Friends are hard to come by. It's Narissa whispering in your ear.
Well, it's a good thing I have so many of them. You might as well come out.
And appearing, like, kind of on Caius' shoulder is this imp. It kind of looks like a sexy lady imp.
We have new resources, to say the least.
I fucking thought I smelled sulfur and brimstone. I'm glad I'm not as crazy as I thought I was.
Edward isn't like full on aggressive, but he definitely full hand on cutlass. Just
Fine.
the fuck is that? Because that's
What
new. Last time I was in here.
I mean, technically that is family, but we won't get into those.
What the goat and other concessions bought.
Okay.
Needless to say, she'll be useful for scouting future villages. She can fly and go invisible.
Well, that's convenient. Very.
Only I could stop time as well and just savor this moment.
Yes, I know how it works.
Caius is like, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit.
Okay, well,
It's only an imp.
Just have this image in my
Anyways.
head of like her
Is-
leathery imp wings and her little tails like wrapped halfway around his neck, and she's just like off absent-mindedly playing with his hair. It's like real weird.
She's about to get chokeslammed into the table, so
That'll put her in her place. I love it.
so okay. Is this? And he's gonna. Edward's definitely gonna look at the door and see if there's any shadows underneath the door frame at all, or is this supposed to remain between us?
no need.
It's not any weirder than the other shit you've gotten up to, so I'm fine with it. Fuck it.
Fish boy's gonna have a fucking fit about this.
Fish boy, who cares?
Yeah, but I gotta fucking listen most of the time. All right, so trying to kind of like not look at her directly, just because it's weird for Edward. So the plan is, from what I understand, from what Orkir's bringing to us, is that this is a village full of capable warriors who have no problem slitting our throats in our sleep by humbly letting us come in there. We make repairs, we're going to make friends, and hopefully have a port to be able, if we need to disappear, so to say.
I think that's a better plan than what we had, yes, at the moment, because it sounds like these are people who are not to be fucked with. So the rumors were true. But the repairs, we need them, so we must play along.
Yeah,
regardless
absolutely.
of what people want to do, this is what we have to do.
Like I said, we could try to throw out a net, see if we can help them in any way.
It's worth
Keep
a shot.
good graces.
give us a place to operate out of in this area, perhaps. We cut them in, maybe. I don't know. But repairs first, before we do anything.
Yeah, that's
Narissa
we're dead in the water.
whispers in your ear, Caius.
I couldn't hear you. Said you peaked.
You should make it a contract.
I think we get all of the benefits and none of the problems by not making a contract. If the crew wants to spend their booty here in payment to the people, excellent. And if they let us dock, it's good. And no one can come by and say, oh, the devil's deed, you have an arrangement with them. No paper trail to leave for our enemies. Unfortunately, I don't think a contract is the best bet right now.
Narissa frowns and crosses her arm and pouts.
And Edward's just gonna lean over to Harlan. It's like, is it always like this?
Harlan takes his tail and just taps you on the cheek. Only sometimes. Because he keeps his tail tucked up into his jacket most of the time. It's prehensile.
Love it. I love it. I love it. And as you guys all decide that this is likely the time you use diplomacy, perhaps you will eventually call this place a port of call or maybe even a secondary home while you are out raiding. I think that, my friends, is a good moment to call today's session and to have us pick up next Sunday, same game time, same game place, where you've had a chance to level up to level 5. And we will begin with your repairs and a conversation with the shaman. This little fishing village. This little fishing village. This little fishing village. I actually have to give it a name now because things went completely separate. This one is going to be called... let's see. I don't like any of those names. This one is called Riverport. Actually, no, I hate that. You know what? Amalita Harbor. Amlita Harbor. A-M-L-I-T-A. Amlita Harbor is the name of this particular harbor. I'm gonna write that down. It's gonna be canon. Boom. Alright. But as I always say at the end of every session, any final thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns from the players before we get ready to wrap up today's session?
Oh, doing all right.
You survived.
That was
We
a
did live.
blast.
Survives from ghost piracy, boys.
I was real
Ooh,
nervous
that-
there. When 3 were overboard, that 2 hero point spend,
Yeah.
that saved the day, my dude. That was
So-
fucking epic.
What I was originally going to do is I was going to start casting and use the wands and cast summon Nature's Ally 2 and summon a squid or an octopus to help grab whoever was unconscious and bring them back to the surface.
That'd been brilliant.
But he jumped in and Leroyed in there and was like, well, fuck that play.
That was so captain. Like, if anyone has any questions about who the fuck the captain is, I think those are gone.
Oh, that was a ballsy move right there.
That was some captain shit right there, dude. That was awesome. All right, but as I always say at the end of every session, first and foremost, thank you to the players for playing. Without you guys, this is literally impossible, so I really appreciate it. As always, I've really been enjoying Skull and Shackles. That was a super cool fight. I hope you didn't feel hoodwinked, because I planned to do that. I wanted you guys to get all excited about the raiding party, and then I was going to be like, and Wilbo and Plick, because it was just
We
fun.
had such a
And
good plan, too.
I loved what you threw in there, Patrick, about like, oh, I've seen him before. I was like, that was so good. That was such a good moment.
I was like, no, that seems like, because I
That's
did have
so thematic.
one that disappeared in a storm, so why not?
I loved it. Absolutely
Well,
loved
now
it.
you got to change your name, Patrick.
Well,
No,
yeah,
I
well,
didn't
you're
drown.
thrice
Yeah,
drowned.
yeah, you drowned.
I didn't
You
technically
almost
drown.
did drown. You could be like Wakir
2.5.
Turai Thermite 2.5 drowned. But anyway. But always thank you to the viewers for viewing. It was really nice to have a couple folks here. It was a bit of quiet in the chat today, but that's all right. Happy gaming, everybody. We will see you guys next weekend. Same game time, same game place for session 11, where you guys will be docking at the Amalita Harbor, and then figure out where you want to go from there. Maybe, just maybe, these guys have a beef with another fishing village that they want you to go take out. I don't know. It could happen.
Just do
If
some
that's the
privateering.
case, it could be fun. But in the meantime, be well, be safe, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.